All right, so let's do that. Let's look at our sectors. Let's go into the financials. Now, the financials have not performed well at all, Scott.
Yes, well, the financials don't even need a mention here in the sector spotlight because they're just laggards. You know, the XLF held 12. You know, what we'll do is for you guys, we'll talk about the best acting stocks that you guys should be watching. And obviously, that's Apple, Amazon, and you know what? Priceline could join the party. So if we go into Apple first, you will see here, Apple, we talked about it so many times. Okay, this was one buy price, here was another buy price, and then it opened up down $4 yesterday, traded through Friday's high, traded through the 52-week high, closed strong and is opening up. Amazon also very quickly doing the exact same thing. No bear market in these two stocks. And now with Priceline, it does look like, I know I don't really trade this, it's very sloppy, it's a stock that's, you know, wide in price, but this could break out. I still think you have a buyable area here in Priceline. If it can get above this 540, 545, you're going to see new highs here in Priceline.
Right, looks like we got a lot of consolidation going on there in Priceline. We don't have it in Chipotle. Gosh, that stock, it just seems to keep making those highs.
Well, Chipotle was something we talked about yesterday.
Right.
Pricing and timing. Tight pattern, looking good, broke out. If you look at CMG right now, there's a line around the corner everywhere you go. This is what we call a day to love. This was that breakout day. This is a day where we went to new highs. Now we're going to see some continuation. If we talk about a tier 1 through 3 approach, here's your tier 1 as it gets ready. Here's where you add for that breakout. And if you did so yesterday, like a lot of guys on my floor, you got paid.
I'm a little concerned about Chipotle. There's a lot of insider selling. What do you do when you hear news like that on a stock that's flying high?
Well, you watch the price action and then maybe you don't put on as much. But for me, I'd rather watch the price action against the headlines. And right now, Chipotle is in vogue. It looks like it's going to make new highs. It's on that go-to list.
Now, we mentioned financials and how awful they are, but MasterCard and Visa are the two financials that are just winners.
Winners, they are above their moving averages. They've tried to break out. They've had success. If you look here at MA, one of those go-to leaders, looking higher above the moving averages, always like that. It's held this recent uptrend. Stick with that and stick with Visa, and don't play the other financials unless you really have to, and I don't even know why you would have to do that.
All right, well, if you're a player, then you might be going to Macau, and if you're going to go to Macau, you might go to a Wynn Casino because they just got their approval to go there. That's where all the gambling is, and that stock seems to be responding to that news.
Yeah, well, Wynn has been on the go-to list, acting well yesterday. It cleared our bull flag macro pivot. Take a look here at Wynn. Wynn is the class of the group. Love tight patterns. Right here it was tight. A lot of guys were in a tier 1. Yesterday they added for momentum. This looks like it's going to go back to the highs. LVS in that same group. Talked about it so many times. Look how this cleared. Nice trade yesterday. Cleared 48 on his way to 50. I mentioned this whole pattern here, this consolidation for almost 10 months. That means institutions are buying, buying, buying. Now we're starting to clear. This should be new highs. And I'm even willing to mention a laggard. Okay, I hate laggards in the market because it's so hard to make money, but even MGM right now has a decent setup. It's trying to break a lower wedge. You know, I'm long some of that. I think you buy up to about 11.20. This could easily play catch up to about 13.5.
All right, well, one group that is percolating is coffee stocks, and we're going to talk about those coffee stocks after the commercial.